Alright guys, welcome back. This is part 6, if you can believe it, of my merchant build. Today we're going to be working on Brynhildr's room, mostly because I've said it before, but as I build I learn more about the characters, and I really kind of want to develop her a little bit more. I know she's a family sim, she was a thrall before she was adopted, she is going to inherit kind of the family farm, family business, and I know she's very kind of civic-minded. So yeah, I'm just really excited to get started with this and to learn a little bit more about who she is as a character. I'm going to throw that out there because I might use it there. I mean, obviously, her room wasn't really fancy originally. In this hood, thralls, like, they can't be bought or sold. They're not free necessarily, but they are... The crown basically owns them, but can give them to the nobility or merchants. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Just depending on their need for help. And they do have to be taken care of, you have to feed them, you can't really abuse them or anything else. The crown can take them back. But they can also be adopted in at that point. They're a full-fledged family member. She's only, not recently, but probably about 2-ish years ago in the game, she was adopted. She stays still in this kind of part of the barn. I'm sure the baby's room used to be hers. The baby is Valka. But she moved out to this lofty area, basically back to her old quarter. Well, not old quarters. This probably wasn't anybody's quarters before. I don't know, I'm babbling. But yeah, she lives out here now. It's kind of her own space. She is a teen sim. But I feel like Glummer would have updated it a little bit just because she is his daughter and he doesn't want her to, you know, be living in squalor or anything. It's just, it makes more sense to have her out here. I'm kind of liking these. I feel like that's a tiled one though. Where's the second one? It is. Ooh. Ooh, I like those better. I'm weak for Skyrim wallpapers, it must be said. They're just so pretty. And I love Skyrim, so it's like a way for me to have Skyrim in The Sims. Because I actually don't really play it. I don't think I've played it in years, but for a while, that was what I played. Especially when my computer was on the fritz and before I bought a new one. It was Skyrim City. Okay, I mean again, she's got kind of like a terrible door, but I think that's okay. She's the only one up here anyways. So I think she would be very neat just out of habit rather than necessity. She's not going to have like an amazing quality setup up here, but it's not going to be terrible either. Like, she's not going to be, you know, a servant or whatever. She just, she's out here. I want to put the bed in the corner. Are you doing that? Okay. I want to put the bed in the corner. It always makes me nervous when it does that. Because I just feel like she would feel safer there. Because obviously she has gone through a lot. Thralls have been captured. Like, that's the main thing, is they have been captured from other countries. And so she did kind of experience a traumatic event before coming to Brynhildr and being adopted, so it makes sense that she'd kind of be, she'd feel more comfortable with a bed against the wall. I kind of like this. It's delicate and it's pretty, but it's not super duper fancy. This is also from The Sims Medieval. Yeah, I just feel like she's very introverted, very careful, because she just worries so much. I also think she's a very hard worker, and she probably does the bulk of the chores that Glummer doesn't do fall upon her, because I just don't think Brynhildr is very... She gets distracted. I like the idea of her having a quilt that she, like, made herself. Maybe, like, a remnant from when she was a thrall. She just kind of made herself a blanket, and she keeps it. But what are our other options? Because I also feel like, in a way, Brynhildr would encourage her to kind of accept her new station as, you know, part of the merchant class. I still haven't, you know, decided how they're gonna get along, but I'm hoping they get along nicely, but we're gonna have to see. I'm really gonna base that on how they act in-game. That's kind of pretty. Is it realistic, though? They would have access to textiles and things that not everybody would by virtue of their class, but I don't want to get carried away. I could take forever picking out bedspreads, not even gonna lie. I definitely don't think she'd go for silk. I think she is practical in nature. I like the idea of giving her furs because it could be cold here, but I also don't like the idea. I've kind of been reserving the furs for more of my peasant-y types. I mean, I could just do something plain, but again, I'm trying to give her little things that make her stand out. There's some more quilts. Do I want to give her the florally one, or do I want to give her one of these? I think I liked that florally one. I know I'm terrible. Like, let's just go through everything and then go back to the one you'd picked out way before now. But I had to make sure that I didn't like anything better. That one. I just think that's really cute. And I mean, they are printed fabrics, so I can imagine her spending a lot of time embroidering those instead of print fabrics, because that wouldn't really have been a thing. And yeah, I really like that idea. I don't think she would have... I wish I remembered to turn these on before I started. I don't think she'd really be into like a lot of pillows. She just strikes me as very, you know, she just tries to keep under the radar. I love these blankets, but I just don't feel like she would have one. I feel like that's all she would really let herself have. I want her to have kind of a window seat, but I don't know. No. That's a possibility. Because I want her to be comfortable up here. I don't want her to be exiled, you know, she just happens to be upstairs in the laundry room, which actually this room would be really warm now that I think about it, because down here is going to be the laundry area, and that's by necessity going to be a warmer room. I do love these, and I can center it under the window. What colors do we have? Because it looks like we're going with pinks and kind of purples, blues. Really kind of feminine, which I didn't expect, but I think it suits her. I like the idea of doing this because the pillows are very plain, and it kind of, maybe those were things she had before. It's kind of reminiscent of that. Because I really want her room to be a blend of newer, fancier things and then the older things that she did have before. I kind of want to let her have that. I do allow some ridiculous things, just because I like them. But we could do something like this. It's a little bit fancier, but not quite super duper fancy to the point where I think would make her uncomfortable. Because again, I just think she is uncomfortable with the idea of her new station. Because it's still pretty new for her. It's funny, today I was replanting all my patio plants, and I just feel very inspired to do like a garden, so I think I'm actually gonna, especially with the new release, the Fairies and Flowers set by Fractured Moonlight. I really love that set. I think it's beautiful, and I kind of want to do something in this lot to incorporate it, so I think I'm actually going to put a garden here, because I just really like it, and I love the concept of it. I love everything about it. I mean, I love everything that they make, but just something about that really charmed me. So I definitely am thinking about giving them a garden out here somewhere. We're not going to do that today, but at some point. Up, time for the pause. Bloop, and we're back. I've decided to just start acknowledging the pauses because there is just a teensy bit, it's noticeable. And I can't do much about it, so let's just embrace it, right? I know I want to give her a nightstand, but I'm hesitant to put too many types of wood in this room. Does that? I think that goes. I wish I had a warmer recolor of that chair, but I like it, so let's just go with that. It's kind of plain, but it's still got a little bit of fanciness to it. I do need to give her a fireplace. I'm so bad at remembering to do that. Like, it's one of the rules that I set for myself for decorating, and I never ever remember to do it. I don't know if I want to give her a full fireplace, though, because I don't think this room was originally set up to have people in it. I say that, and I immediately set this in and, like, love it. Oh, I love that for her. I don't think it's a functional one, though. Wait. What's this? Oh, it's a tinderbox. Huh. Do I have an invisible... I don't think that I do. I guess I can plop this. Look at it, doesn't light up, so it's not... No! It's so pretty. I want to use it. What if I use move objects on and kind of put that there? We're gonna try that, because I love that. And I feel like it's a nice thing that maybe Glumher had that when he realized, he'd been married and Brynhildr was expecting. Like, they probably came to the decision that it would be easier to have Brynhildr out here, and then he, constructed something just to make it clear, just because she's gonna be out in this building, she's not lesser. Like, she's still part of the family. I like that idea. I think it's very sweet. I mean, I don't think he's a particularly sweet person, but I think he's nice in his own way. I think he's very grumpy, too. I kind of like this. But it's too whimsical for her. Oh, I don't have any recolors that. These are also too whimsical for her. But I wonder if she was given something like that as a gift. She would feel kind of obliged, I think, too. This is part of that set that I was talking about. I'm so excited to use it. Focusing. I feel like if she was given something, she would feel kind of obliged to use it or put it out, especially if it's something she liked, but she would never let herself have that. So let's give her the cute little unicorn, because she is still young. Like, she's not an older sim, she's a young teen sim, because obviously he wouldn't want to adopt a full-blown adult. So let's give her that. I want her to have plenty of light, but I'm going to hold off on placing the lights, I think. What else do I want her to have in this room? I think a desk might be nice, because she probably hadn't learned her letters before, and that's going to be important for her because she's going to be a merchant, so she needs to know basic math, things like that. No. I wonder if just something like that. I'm really interested with how I'm going to use the whole thrall class. I haven't really come up with solid roles. I'm just kind of going with what feels right, like creation-wise. But I'm really interested to see how they actually end up being in the game. Because it could be that I start playing and I'm like, this doesn't make sense, let's do it this way, let's change that. Because I'm notorious for doing that. kind of like that. It's not, it doesn't match the other, sorry, I'm trying to shift my leg and it's not cooperating, but it's falling asleep. Okay. This is me being a professional. I kind of like that, but if I do this, like, I feel like she won't be able to access, like, she'll get stuck there, because I've had Sims do that before, where I put, like, a chair there, and then they've gotten stuck, and I hate that. But I don't want to put it over here. Like, I like the idea of it being by our bed. What if... Just had a thought. Can this go in a walkthrough block? Oh, yes. Boom. Next level. Let's get her a comfortable chair. I feel like she wouldn't want anything too... like, too fancy, but... she's not gonna have anything super plain either, because this was probably purchased after she was adopted. And anything she purchased, that was purchased for her, basically, after that point, would have recognized her new status. Ugh. God, I just can't get comfortable today. I keep shifting in my chair. I don't know why. Like, I bought a new chair and it's super duper comfortable. And that's because I'm working at home now full time and probably gonna stay that way, but sometimes, I don't know, I miss my old chair, but my obnoxious little kitten kind of destroyed it. And the whole back is just torn up because he would jump up and hang over my head like he was Gollum. Ooh, that's so fancy. She would not, no. She wouldn't even be able to sit in it. I mean, I don't hate that. I don't like it either, though. I allow these in my game because I reasoned that somebody can make it and it is made of wood. Which it probably shouldn't be in my game, but I make the rules. I would like something that has like a blue coat. Do I have a recolor of this that isn't quite so fancy but would go with the room? I really like this set. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, it's a really versatile set. I just need like a light wood. Come on, I know you got so many recolors. One of you has to work. I guess I could do white. Ah. I think white is probably the best. I kind of like going with this because it's still a little bit fancy. Like, it has a practical back, so she probably could be talked into it. She wouldn't be, like, intimidated, because I think that's the main thing. She's almost intimidated by all of this now. I don't think she remembers much of her life before being a thrall, so she's not really used to having lots of nice things. Kind of like that, because it's got the purple flowers, and she's got kind of a floral motif to her, apparently. So, yeah, let's give her a computer. No, not that one. I kind of hate that these are not just off the edge. Why? Oh, what if I moved it over there? I don't think she can sit at the desk, though. Why are you being hateful? Why you gotta play me like that? Honestly, this one bothers me the least, even though it's super fancy. I don't care. I'm going with it. Alright. Let's give her like a little music box. I think that's really cute and kind of sweet. I might end up putting it over there, but we'll just plunk it down there for now. What are some other things that I think would be things that she would have up here? I want to do a wash basin because I feel like she's a very tidy sim. Oh, different woods though. And it's got spouts. What about this? Let's put it here. I like that because, like, right before she leaves, you know, she can wash her face, that kind of thing. I feel like that's pretty important to her. Also, a thing that I've been doing lately is putting chamber pots under the beds. I know they're not functional, but I can always move it while I'm playing and let them use it because, realistically speaking, she would have a chamber pot. And so, yeah, I like the idea of it, especially I was trying to get around having to create so many bathrooms, because if you have a bunch of Sims in a house and you don't have enough bathrooms, it becomes chaos very quickly. I kind of like the idea of giving her a loom, especially because they're going to have cattle. We'll see what else there is, though. Could give her a drafting table. I don't feel like that's her, though. I feel like she would not have a lot of idle hobbies. All of her hobbies would have purpose behind them. Like, even if she was told, you know, you need to attract a suitor, so you need to be good at this, like, I just don't feel like, at the end of the day, she'd be able to bring herself to be idle. She would feel guilty. She's kind of been handed this life unexpectedly. So she's doing the best that she can with it, but again, it's probably still very overwhelming to go from you're kind of nobody who has nothing, everything you have is dependent upon the person who's using your labor, to suddenly you do matter. You have a whole farm that's now yours that you're going to inherit. It's got to be a little stressful. Poor little bean. Alright, Plain Jane might save the day again. I'm not sure we're going to give her a bookshelf. I don't think she's super academic either, but I think she would also like Eaglefrieder. I think it would be something she would try to be, just because Glumher is. But I don't think she's... Oh, do I have that little pile of books? That might be a little bit better. I don't know where I'll put it, but she's not gonna be, like I said, she's very purposeful. And I think she likes these dainty little boxes. That seems like something she could let herself have because it's so small. Yeah. Another pause there. I actually went a little over my usual 10-minute limit, but it looked like it was okay. We will find out. Why is my phone going ballistic right now? I'm ignoring you. So, you know, I feel like she would almost have dried flowers. She wouldn't be so much a wise woman, but it would be something I could see her having. Oh, I definitely think she'd knit. Super into the knitting. Super into knitting. Oh, that would be perfect if it was adjustable. Love that I keep doing it, like magically it's gonna change. If she wasn't literally in a laundry house, I would definitely put some laundry in her room. I feel like she would do it. She would almost find it soothing. But it's gonna be right downstairs, so she really she can have that there. Maybe one of those. I don't even know if that's what that does. Oh, it's a charisma thing. I have one of these as well that kind of matches that. A little fancy. What's that? Wand of the Elementals. I don't know. Can't overstate enough how much stuff I just kind of have in my room. Or not my room, oh my gosh. My downloads folder. I'm definitely going to use the dragons and the griffins too, like, full stop, I'm using them. It's also why I want magic to be allowed in the world. just for that. She does need a dresser. I kind of like the idea of putting something at the foot of her bed that won't clip when I move that over. So it needs to be, or I can put something in this corner of the room. It needs to be one tile though, which I don't think I have a lot of one tiles. No. Ooh. Womp womp. Oh God, that's just, I just can't see her having anything super big like that. I really can't. It would just be too much for her. She would be overwhelmed by the idea. No, we don't want a currency chest. I want... How about something like that? A really simple chest. She'd be okay with having that in her room. It wouldn't like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have this. But I have to decide now if I want her to have a loom or a sewing machine. She could have a sewing machine out here and the loom in her room. Or no loom. And I could put this, I'll move it with move objects on, but she can have a place by the fire with knitting. I like that better. Let's get her a coffee table. I always thought this table was pink for the longest time. I never looked at it because this looks so pink. And then I remember I actually pulled it out and was like, oh, this is not even remotely that color at all. Which is what you get for not looking at what you got. But I can't be blamed. Maxis was silly. We can go on our old standby, plain Jane. That would have been something that she had. Put the books there, and then I want to give her one more end table. That I will put, because I want to put the knitting on something. Why can't you be in a different color? Maybe that. I need some more blues in the room. Yeah, I don't like that though. Too big. No. I think we're gonna go with the round one. Could do a barrel. I kind of like the barrel because it would be repurposed. It would be something that she had before and she feels comfortable having now. Oh, rude. Would it go on it if I did this? Yes. Ha. Victory. Okay. Had to make sure it moved. Let's recolor that. Oops. Oh, those are designable. That's fine. Alright, let's move this couch now just so that I have a better idea. Of the layout of the room. Because I want this centered under that window. It will annoy me if it's not. I don't know what I want to do with that. At one hand, I like it here, kind of. Because it's almost like she's, I mean, obviously that's a little high, but... maybe this is better. Yes, okay. That seems pretty workable in terms of a layout. Let's move this. Like, there's plenty of walking space. It logically makes sense really quick here. I'm gonna put it on this. I just want to put this jewelry box on the table. And then we are going to get to my favorite portion, which is deco. Really quick, I am gonna save because it makes me nervous. Oh. Alright. Oh gosh. Okay. Can you tell I've been burned by crashing before? I've been on a bit of a sim creating kick too. I made Bessie, and then I'm gonna make a couple other ones today as well. I don't think I'm gonna film all of them though, just because I don't think they're super interesting for people to watch. And you kind of get the general idea of how I roll with sim making. I'm gonna keep doing the different faces one, but I don't think I'm gonna film the other ones. I'm just gonna put those up for download. Alright. Decoration time. Actually, let's do light. Because I tend to get carried away, and then I'm like, where do I shove some lights in here? She's not going to be super wasteful. I think I'll take that and I'll move it a little bit. And then I will give her... I mean, I feel like the fireplace is going to like that area pretty well. Deco. Deco. We're going to plop things over here as we see fit. I always forget how much I have in terms of like decorative plants that can go outside. I never even look, and then later I'm like, oh, I could have used that. It happens. Yeah, I don't think she would have flowers. Like, I want her to, but I just don't think it's something that she would have in her own room. Because again, she's just a very practical sim. She's not going to have a bunch of junk around. Everything is going to have a purpose. And she's learning, you know, she's got some nicer things now. She's got chairs, she's got some little pillows and things like that, but for the most part, she's still pretty plain Jane. A lot of the things that she has, she's made herself. I'm gonna put that on this chair, because that also looks like she's made it herself. I kind of like the idea of her fishing a little bit as just kind of a fun pastime for her, because it's practical at the end of the day. She could excuse it, but she'd also have a way to relax that was just kind of her own thing. Do I have that in a different color? Okay. I imagine a lot of the mending falls to her too, because I'm sure Brynhildr likes to do fancy embroidery and stuff, but she's not going to be super big on practical sewing, like making the shirts or things like that, or darning. I don't think she would like to darn. I mean, I kind of want to give her some things that would have been like gifts, not things that she got, but gifts. I think she would have a mortar and pestle. She probably makes any of the medicines that they have, like on hand. That's something that she would do. Smaller. I could do something like that. For like home remedies she's made herself. I mean, I wouldn't class her as like a wise woman or like someone who knows a lot about medicine for like in terms of apothecaries and things like that. But everybody kind of had enough to get along, you know. It was just kind of the thing everybody had. Again, I've said it before. I keep saying again, but they all had like a kitchen garden. They all kind of took care of themselves as best as they could because they couldn't always afford a doctor. Oh, I kind of want to give her that pillow though on her bed because it's crocheted. She might get some pillows on her bed because they look homemade. So maybe they were things that she made for herself. Because I think those are really the only things she kind of allows herself luxury-wise, are things that she's made herself. I don't really want them to match, which is why I'm going through every single recolor that I have of this. Come on, there's gotta be something that's similar. That actually matches the bed, so she could have made it from like scraps, and I think it matches this little pillow too. Okay, we'll do that. Again, more mending that I want out. I love this. I don't know when I'm gonna get to use it, but I would like to. Yeah, gathering of herbs is nice. Me and my stack of wood. Actually, I feel like she would have a basket of wood. I wonder if she would keep some bread in her room. No, probably when she was still a thrall she did, just because it's inconvenient to completely go to the other house if you want something to eat. God, my legs. Ugh. Legs are falling asleep. Which is weird, because I haven't even been sitting that long, but yay for having weird disabilities. I don't think I've talked about it before, but I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is, I have the hypermobility type, so it's basically my joints are super stretchy, but I have some issues with my skin, organs, things like that as well. Not the worse off kinds. Like, I'm very fortunate that I don't have the ones where my organs move around and stretch and stuff, but it's still inconvenient. It's part of my life. I kind of like the idea of giving her a stack of like linen that she's making into things. She's so sweetly practical. Like, again, I learn about my Sims as I just kind of build their rooms, and she just strikes me as very darling, very sweet, very soft-spoken. She doesn't ask for much. She probably deserves the whole dang world, but she doesn't ask for it. Oh, I do want to give her one of these. I've been putting them in front of windows, not for any, like, particular reason, I just have been. Use that already. I have more. I thought I had more. Let's do that one for now. I swear I have more. I like the idea of putting like a little birdie on her windowsill. I'm totally gonna do it. It's super cute. No one can stop me. I swear, I feel like my neighbors have been vacuuming for like 3 hours. I don't know if they're like, oh no, we hit 16, I really hope it's not screwed up. I'm so bad at this, I lose track of time all the time. I kind of flipped through it though, and it looks like it's okay. We're gonna have to see, we might be missing some of this. I mean, I kind of like the idea of giving her that, but I also, again, I don't think she's like super crazy, and we've already got that over there. Or not crazy, but like super into it. She just has the basic requirements. I would love to give her a little bun, but they are eating them, and so probably not the best idea. I like the idea of her having a wash basin, and that does kind of go, but I've got that, so it's unnecessary. I'm probably going to put another one of these deco cats in a basket out here, because I think it would be very important for her to have one in this setting. Maybe. I think I have another one of those, which I would prefer. Oh, she could have a little lamb that she's like taking care of because its mom doesn't want it or something. I don't have a logical reason. I just love them. They're so teeny and tiny and cute. But I actually haven't decided if they're gonna have sheep or not, so let's hold off on the backstory with the lamb. I like these because they look like they can kind of be anything. So I tend to pick them because I'm like, this could be medicine, this could be a spice, this could be kind of anything. Oh my gosh, I could give her another one. I might do it. I just feel like she likes them. Not necessarily because she has a lot of things to put in them, but she likes the idea of it. Maybe it was something that she kind of collected when she was still a thrall as like a way to cheer herself up. Like, someday I might own things that can go in these boxes. Oh, I get to use these jars. Oh, I can use the jars. I get to use the jars. Not that one. Do I have more? Oh, yes. Spiders. Scorpion. Okay, we'll just use the one. I could recolor it. Oh, what about giving her just like a rock that she might have found? That's pretty. Another pile of linens. Again, I don't know how much of this is. I keep saying again, I need to just stop it. Y'all know what I've said. But I might not use all of this. We're gonna find out what I end up using. Just depends on what fits in the room, because this is all definitely not gonna fit. Some shoes. I like them being slightly off center as like a way to contrast with Glummer, who's very neat, and his shoes were like perfectly in a row, just to show she is a little bit different than him. She tries, to fit in and be exactly what he, basically to match him perfectly, because she's still a bit afraid that it's all gonna come crashing down kind of thing. But she's still her own person. Now I just want to give her things because I'm like, oh darling, you can have them, like perfumes and things like that, but she just wouldn't be. That's not her aesthetic. Maybe like as she gets older, she'll be able to like accept things like that. But I think right now, she can't. It's not something her brain can even really wrap around. Let's see, what else can we put in this room maybe? I kind of like the idea of her having like a little bit of a meal set up, but she's probably the one who cooks meals anyways, so she wouldn't have a separate setup up in her room. She would actually be going into the kitchen to make food for everybody. Mia Gulfrader probably isn't the best cook. I'm sure she tries. I'm sure Gulfrader tries a lot of things, with moderate success. I have all these Victorian sewing things that I can't always excuse adding. Sometimes I can, sometimes I'm like, I don't care, it's going in the room. But I don't think it fits her room enough for me to bypass the appropriateness of it. Well, we can give her like some shiny gemstones, but again, I don't think she... If they looked a little bit more raw, I probably would give them to her. I like the idea of thralls getting something to like signify that they're free now, like an item in particular. Like maybe a locket. But I also think that maybe they just give him like a very personalized gift. So maybe he gave her a jewelry box or something like that. I haven't super decided that. I might make them wear some kind of jewelry to represent that. And not to mark them out as a bad thing in society, but it's just a representation of, I've been adopted by such and such family, I'm part of this family now. I really just want to give her a bunch of pillows, even though I don't think she would have them. Let's give her a little carding thing. I like these candles, but I don't think they work as real lights. Perfect shape though, like, oh, perfect. Those are vegetables. I'm overusing that rug and I don't care. I wish I had more for rugs too. That's something that I'm sad that I don't have. Ooh. Ooh. And I'm making a noise like an owl, but oh, come on. I really like that, but I'm not going to do it because it'll be in the way. Anytime I try to do anything in this room, it'll be in the way. I give her a different broom. What are those? Are those taken from Sims 4? Now I know. I was thinking that they were taken from Sims Medieval. Which, ding dong, I am wrong. I swear I have another basket of logs that's fuller than that, because I don't see her as someone who would let it get that empty. She would be very preemptive. You do, ha! It's a little bit different, but yeah. I have that other loom too, but I don't want to use that one. I'm curious if you guys can hear my freaking neighbors, because oh my gosh. I don't know if they murdered somebody and they are now cleaning up the evidence very thoroughly, but no one needs to vacuum for that long. No one. It's not necessary. I don't care if you did murder somebody, like, calm down. Oh, this is why people think I'm a jerk sometimes. I make insensitive jokes. Okay. Last thing before we start getting all fancy with move objects on, I want to give her something over these windows. Everything's gonna clip though, isn't it? Oh no. Or like be in danger of setting on fire. Oh no. That's not good. I was hoping I would have something that would fit above these. She is too baby to be without frickin' curtains. What if I took these and then like used move objects on? Or not move objects, the snap to gritty cheat. That's what I'm gonna do, and then I'll move the couch a little bit forward and I'll move that lamp and yes, that'll work. I'm gonna put the tapestries on last because those always take me forever and a day. Do I think she would have a mirror? Real questions. Let's go with yes. Not of her own volition. Igilfridir got her the mirror. Because she would. 'Cause she's not mean. She's not a bad person. And I think to her it would have been just shocking that, like, well, don't you want why would you not have one? Because, again, little vain, little self-absorbed, but it can spread out and be nice. I like that one. Maybe not appropriate. Her room is way more decorative and fancy than I meant for it to be, but I don't care. Okay, So let's get the pillows placed first, because those need to be on shiftable OMSPs. Faux show. I might throw this one on the bed, actually. And I know that I want them in the room, so those are an easy thing for me to be like, okay, let's place these first. Oh, but they're like... That's fine, that's fine. Let it go, let it go. Stay tuned for me not letting it go and moving the pillows. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it, they're not touching, they're not touching. I don't know why I'm like this. We're at 11 minutes. You know, it's actually been really good today. Like, every time I go and look really quick just to skim, it doesn't look bad, but I'm just so afraid of losing a recording. Like, you don't know. Is that floating? I don't think it is. Let's put that there. Like, she had a little decorative throw pillow in addition to that. One more pillow. Okay. Other things that are gonna go in this room for sure. That. Let's not do the one with the bucket. I like this one. You just do. I definitely want to put the shoes in. I like this bucket because, practically speaking, in order to fill her wash basin, she would need a bucket of water. We'll work on the rest. We'll figure that out as we go. So, all right, let's start with, I'm gonna kick her little shoes. Okay, this should not be this hard. Let's put them there, right by the door. Something needs to go in that corner. Let's put the logs there. I don't really like those there, though. I feel like they would be out. I don't know. It's kind of a void. I do think she would set this neatly under the wash basin. That's what I mean by, like, she's trying to pick up Glummer's traits, but she still has some of her own. That is so freaking cute. I don't even care. It's adorable. This room is so ridiculously cute. I just can't even. I can't handle it. It's too cute. Alright. Now, I want to put the yarn, because I think it makes a nice addition to this. I feel like I've seen a basket of yarn somewhere, but I don't know when or where. If you know where that is, I would definitely love a link to that, because that would have been perfect. Except, would she have this many knitting needles? Real questions. Let's not put that there. Oh, the bird. Bird. Bird on the windowsill. Do we want to buy her bed, or do we want to buy the window? I kind of love it by the bed. Let's do it by the bed. I'm so excited. I love really little, teeny tiny, like, charming details like that. I just do. Oh, desk. No. Can we just eke this? Eke it over? Oh, I don't know if the chair's gonna work. Don't care. Don't care. Glossing over. Glossing. Okay, we'll put that there. Move that a little bit forward. Move that over there so it doesn't look like it's going to catch the curtains on fire. I kind of want to put it in that corner. I don't know. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna. I just hate the void over there. It doesn't make sense. Alright, what else did I love for her for sure? Let's take that out. Nah. I don't think she'd have incense. She's just not that kind of gal. Fine. Can I have a coffee table in? Oh, it's not high enough. No. Trade. I do not think that I have one of my favorite type of OMSPs that will fit that table, so next up is adjustable. Like I said, I like the idea of her having this, because it is practical. She would have made these herself. Is it clipping completely into that? Oh, Nikes. Okay. Let's actually just put it like right underneath. It's blocked off, but I'm not super mad about it. What else? Mortar and pestle, I think that's important. Some herbs that she's maybe gathered to use for later. I really like the idea of her fishing so much. I think she would keep it kind of tucked away. It was not to reveal. Because conceal, don't feel. I don't know why I pretend that I can sing. Well, I don't pretend that I can sing. I just go ahead and sing. But yeah, I probably shouldn't. Not a talent that I have. I'm gonna move this forward. This one a little bit. Yeah. I love her little collection of boxes. That's so adorable. Twos. I want to use this so badly. I haven't been able to. Oh, what? Oh, wait. That's why. No. Oh, that's hateful. What about this? What? Oh boy. We might have a problem. Is that adjustable? No. I'm going to cry. Like, I might actually cry. Why? I'm gonna cry. Why would... Okay, what about... How badly does this clip? Actually, I think that's okay. It might float a little bit, but I don't care. I don't care. I want that. I require it. It's necessary. I like her little herb collection. Maybe just one more. Like maybe she's crushed them up, but she hasn't bottled them yet. Okay. Decorative items. Can't really put anything on the mantle. I love that bird, you don't even know. Oh gosh, it's so funny. I'm like, she's real bashful and into herself, but like, not into herself, but she's real quiet and doesn't have a lot of things. And then I've just like jammed this room full of everything imaginable. It's fine. It's fine. That's my aesthetic, not hers. Oh, oops, it's already on a block. I'm gonna put this over here. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I'm like gonna cry. It is so cute. Let's turn that off. So now all that's left to do are to pick out some wall art pieces. I always go to the very end. I like her having some of these. I don't think she would have a Hala. I think that would make her sad. I mean, it looks really pretty, and I know I put one in the main room, but I just think it would make her sad. Like, she might be practical, but she's a softie. No. Not her vibe. Something like this could be okay. Except I don't think I have anything like in an appropriate color for this room. I love how I put it in there anyway, just in case. I need something here, I just don't know what. Something like, it doesn't fit that wall, but would it fit a different wall? Why you gotta be like that? Yeah, no, it doesn't fit. What about these for like cutting herbs? Does that make sense? They're like druid sickles. Should they be gold though? I mean, yeah, I got some gold accents there. Let's do that. Why not? You are really throwing off my groove. Little chest thing. Actually, we're just gonna take that out of the room for a minute. Because it is offending me. I really want to use that. Don't think it fits. I could try to squidge something in there, but I'm not going to. Squidge is a very official term, by the way. In case you didn't know. It's like a cute pastoral scene. Would it fit above her bed? Or above her desk? Let's do it above her desk. And I will just yoink it in the right spot. Yoink is also an official term. All about those official terms here at Klaus Plays Sims. Ooh, that's cool. I never get to use these. I think... I'm trying to think. Hedge it? Yeah, hedge it. Right in front of my face. I really enjoy them. She did an awesome job. These are all like Lord of the Rings based heraldry. It's a vibe, and I'm a fan. We're at 13 minutes. It's funny, I keep checking all of these, and I thought my recording issue was possibly related to just having so much stuff like on the lot or in the frame that it just couldn't keep up. But every single one of these is fine. So I'm kind of at a loss other than they're just too long and I have to keep doing this pause nonsense, which I feel like is kind of okay. It's better than the alternative, which is disaster towards 17 minutes or longer. I like that. Let's do that. nose. I mean, I really want to put some tapestries because I've said it before. It's me saying that thing again, but that's how they're keeping warm. So I think I'll hang one there. Does this come in like a blue? Ooh, it comes in like a purple. I think I'll hang those. I'll, again, move them. What are we going to put over her bed? Hiccups. Or not hiccups. I don't know. Bodily functions being weird. No. And you already decided that was a bit too much. Maybe something like this. It's not super her style, but it seems like something Glumher would have made for her potentially. Or like had around the house and it's just like, here, do you want this for decorative purposes? He's very awkward. It could easily be something he did. See, I just want to give her all of this like dainty things and I'm like, no, that's not her personality. And then what do I immediately do? Chock it full of every little flowery thing I can find. But my excuse for these is like a May Day celebration thing. So she would have one. Don't judge me. I'm judging me. Okay, now we're gonna do a wreath. She is just turned into Brynhildr 2.0. I apologize for nothing. Down to the tapestry? No. Okay, so one last time, let's turn on our fun little cheat here and move some tapestries. Let's go back a little bit more. Move some tapestries. Grab the chest. I'm gonna leave that there. I want this right above the bed, like centered. And then this I want kind of want it out of the way, like she's almost embarrassed to have it, because I don't think she thinks of herself as very girly. She is, but I just don't think she thinks of herself as very feminine or very girly. I bet Brynhildr makes her very self-conscious. Let's put it in the corner, because then she can look at it while she's at her desk and be a little dreamy and a little romantic without feeling uncomfortable. Okay, no. I meant to do true. These recolored. Bed, back where it goes. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking cute in here. I normally don't make things that are cute. But I'm like, this is so cute. No, I do not accept criticism. This is freaking adorable. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to play this neighborhood too. I used to have a Viking hood a while ago. I can't even pronounce the word. I always pronounced it as Adelmarkavik, but there's all sorts of special characters and stuff, and this time I decided not to do special characters because they're a pain in the butt to type every time. So that's why it's Brynhildr. And it isn't a perfect Viking hood, like it's not meant to be authentic 100% Viking, but it's very Viking inspired because I've always been so interested by them. Vikings and Minotaurs and Dwarves, like that's where my interest has always been. And I don't know why. I shuffle through them. I just like things that are hairy and loud and obnoxious, apparently. Come on. No. Come on. Ha. Got you. Okay, I think I got all of them. Oh my gosh, it's so cute! Okay, so this is Brynhildr's room. I'm dying of the cuteness. This little bird just gives me frickin' life, by the way. Look at it. This is her cute little room at her little farm. We're definitely gonna add a garden. I have to now. It's too cute. I might add it after these trees grow, and I can put it over there, but yeah, we're definitely gonna have to. I'm really happy with this room. Like, I'm so happy. I'm happy that I got the fireplace to work. This is not at all what I intended her room to be. I meant for it to be very Spartan and very just minimalist, you know, because she's self-conscious about her position in life, but no, she's totally girly, and now I love that she's totally girly but doesn't know she's girly. That's the best. That is fantastic, and I can't wait to play her. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this. Obviously I had a lot of fun doing it. I really appreciate anyone who's subscribed or commented or liked my videos. If you definitely want to see more of this, you want to subscribe just so you can see all of my nonsense. And yeah, I will see you guys next time when we do this crafty room over there. I'll see you then.